Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Michigan International Speedway. As you can see, ERL Motorsports is bringing you live flag-to-flag coverage of today's race from Michigan International Speedway. You see the new promo package, the intro, the music. We are ready. Who's walking out tonight the champion? Will it be John Gilbert? Will it be Eric Rodriguez, Dylan Schwallenberg, Luis Hernandez, or the underdog, Zachary Fitzwater, who just re-signed with Roush Racing today? Who is going to go into Season 8 with the bragging rights? We'll find out in just a moment. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the Sportsman finale. On the pole for today's race is David Diaz, and it's Stephen Pollard, Matt Haas, winner from Knockout Q, and Dylan Schwallenberg, Max Anderson, Robert Hernandez. We're going to go to the back of the field. Show you the back of the field. So coming into this race, there's 5 guys ready to win the championship. John Gilbert, Eric Rodriguez, Dylan Schwallenberg, Luis Hernandez, and Zachary Fitzwater. The drivers looking to win the championship. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing in Michigan. Stephen Thompson. Looks like that Toyota's having some big issues already. He had some problems in qualifying. It looked like the engine was going sour. Current points, though. Eric Rodriguez is 5 behind Gilbert. Schwallenberg is 7 behind Gilbert. Hernandez is 13 back. And Zachary Fitzwater, the furthest back, being 15 out of the points lead. So Zachary Fitzwater would have to win, and all the other points contenders would have to score 0 points for him to win the championship. You can already see that 84 is 3 seconds back. Don't know what has happened to Stephen Thompson, but he was running decent in the points this season. Don't know what's happening. As Dylan Schwallenberg looked to be going for the lead. Oh, Stephen Pollard. Here comes Robert Hernandez. Almost a 2-time winner this season, getting pushed by Luis Hernandez. Contact! Schwallenberg through the grass, hard into the wall, huge crash. Oh my, that was awful. Oh, Stephen Thompson involved in a humongous crash that has just happened here at Michigan International. And this was an awful crash. And I don't... it looks like Luis is pushing Robert, and when I don't know. It looks like Dylan does move up a racetrack. Just a tiny bit moves up. I think David was trying to pass, and then Robert came down off the nose of the 24. Schwallenberg goes through the grass, and he hits this inside wall a ton. And that's what launches him into Max Anderson and the fence over there. It was just torn down as he slides down the hill. Stephen Thompson, just nowhere for him to go. And all that. And Dylan's got her visor cam on board, so this ought to be fun. You can see the RPMs, the revs are through the roof. Yeah, he gets hit by the 19. Oh! 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 You can see how violent the hits are. And that is going to take Dylan Schwallenberg out of the championship hunt. Cars down pit road, Eli Bright, Hillary Sanchez, Ryan Monaco. Pollard is your leader. I think Eric Rodriguez is currently your points leader. Yes, he has gotten way more than 5 points ahead of Gilbert, because Gilbert right now is currently scoring 2 championship points. Gilbert's only scoring 2 points compared to Eric up here scoring 13 points. So you can add the 2 that Gilbert has, that gives Eric be down 7, and then you add the 13 that Eric is scoring now. It is a 6-point gap to John Gilbert. Luis Hernandez, 13 out. I'm just going to have to hope something happens. We're going to go back to green flag racing. Dylan Schwallenberg out of the infield care center. Walked up to the 19 box and was talking to the crew chief on the 19 team. Speaking of crew chiefs, Jack Lagacy, who's not in this race, basically got back in the car this weekend after being out 2 weeks. James Kinghart, though, former driver of that car, is currently sitting on the pit box of the 10 crew of Tony Newman. So James is getting to see what it's like to sit up there. He's not in the danger zone of the I have to win the championship. He's in Tony's box, and Tony's a chill guy. There's Al, basically battling for that top 30 still. And there's the rest of your field. Stephen Pollard going to bring us down to the green flag. Green flag back in the air, and we're racing again here at Michigan. Tough break for Dylan Schwallenberg. We got one of our pit guys down there. He is looking, and just Dylan is in distraught, knowing that his championship, he could have won the championship, had a car to do it today, and it ends in a scary crash. But his teammate right now, though, getting up on the top, and announced earlier this week, Team SB announced that DJ Curtis is coming back to Team SB next season. DJ leaving Richard Petty Motorsports, where Sam and Ash Curtis have been racing at. He's moving back to Team SB. He said he wants to have a shot to win a championship. Target has jumped back on board, but the number is different. He used to be the 28, now it's the 68. DJ Curtis, though, possibly going to be a championship contender next season. This race right here, a little bit longer than your average Sportsman race. It's longer because it's the finale. Same with the truck race. It was a little longer due to being the finale. Shelley, look at James Shelley going to the top. We got to go back here and see where John Gilbert is. Back here battling. Actually, this is now for 12th spot. So he's gaining points. John Gilbert could gain these points, maybe win the championship this weekend. New leader, James Shelley in the Penske Ford. A lot of people thought that this was going to be Zachary Fitzwater's ride next season. Fitzwater has signed back to Roush Racing next season, as Scott Roush and Yates Roush Racing have started a new team. Speaking of Scott Roush, there he is. He's in that new venture with Doug Yates, engine builder for Roush and a lot of these Ford teams. But now Doug is getting back into the owning. He wants to own a team, and he and Scott Roush are going to do that next season. Look who's starting to make a charge. At the end of these Championship races, you can never count out the 24. Luis Hernandez starting to march his way to the front of the field. He's now behind Matt Haas. Look at the shoving going on. Joey Murphy trying to help his teammate and his boss out. Look at David Diaz. It's like at the end of the season, David Diaz always turns the wick up, and he is bad fast this season. A couple seasons ago, he was a guy contending for a championship and got taken out like Dylan Schwellenberg. And now he's back. He would love to win here at Michigan, a track that has taken championship opportunities away from him 2 seasons. Season 2 and Season 3, this man lost the championship by getting wrecked. And look at him. He's all over the back bumper of James Shelley using the front bumper. Oh, Robert Hernandez to the grass. There, right here, there's John Gilbert starting to make a move. He is all over the back bumper of Luis Hernandez into turn 3. John Gilbert were to finish like this, he'd be the point leader. He would be the champion. See all that dirt that got kicked up from Robert Hernandez when he got almost put in the grass. Contact between two Hernandez Motorsports machines. David Diaz got loose, and I think Luis got put up in the wall by John Gilbert. Now look at Luis up on the very top. He's going to drive it in on the very outside of John Gilbert. I guess Luis didn't like maybe getting a bumper put to him. And look at that move. He's going to shove Luis all the way to third. As he is still in the way outside lane. All that's doing is letting James Shelley pull away. 4 wide. Hernandez Motorsports, Ford Performance, Joe Gibbs. Down the back, contact, John Gilbert. Down on the apron of the racetrack. He's going to have to get out of the gas. He's going to lose a lot of spots. Almost getting wrecked there. Scott Roush pushing. Michael Haas sitting in second. Can he run down James Shelley? Contact being made. Oh, contact. Championship leader involved. Tony Newman. Dylan Schwallenberg. Eric Rodriguez is involved. William Brock. Ryan Monaco. Huge crash. Both Team SB Wood Brothers cars look a lot alike. Now that is crazy. That's opened the door now for definitely Luis Hernandez or Zachary Fitzwater to show up and win the championship. John Gilbert's car does not look bad damaged. And I'm quite surprised. We're going to go back and see what happened. It looks like Tony Newman gets a good shove into the corner. Oh, yeah, you can see right there. Look, he's turning the 42. The 42 is getting hit by the 10. And the 10 is still just pushing. You can see the 42 sideways. Then you see right there the whole back end's off the ground. Coming back up on the racetrack, Tony Newman's going to get right into his teammate. And that's going to turn his teammate head on into Will Goss and Eric Rodriguez. Stephen Pollard getting involved. And, oh, John Gilbert did take a huge impact, though. A little tough race in there. And it ends in showers and sparks. Teammates John Gilbert sits P28 with under 10 to go. Tony Newman getting out of the car as he drove it to pit lane, and he is now running over to the 41 box. He's probably going to apologize. That's a tough break. Will Luis Hernandez go back-to-back as champion? Or will Zachary Fitzwater sneak up here and win it? Fitzwater is only 3 behind Luis Hernandez. We're not going to do what we did in the trucks and, get an estimate on the points. We want to be surprised, just like you, when you see who wins the championship. Shelly is your leader. Michael Haas sitting P2. Lights still on the pace car. They're off now. John Gilbert sits 28th. Can he make a charge? Can Zachary Fitzwater get up here and sneak and win the championship as our ticker magically breaks as usual here at Michigan? There we go. We fixed the ticker. I don't want to miss any of the action, folks. Green flag back in the air. Shelley didn't get a great start. Michael Haas did. Get you to the front of the, get you back up to the top of the board. You can see. Look at Fitzwater all over the back bumper of the 24. It's going to come down to them two, and they're only separated by 2 points. Two points separate the 24 and the 16. Where's John Gilbert? Is he starting to make some moves? Or is that car too damaged? Looks like he may be too damaged. Zachary Fitzwater is shoving Luis Hernandez through the corner. As they're going to try to get by Scott Roush. It's Roush. It's Roush. 2 Roush cars beside each other, and then it's 2 Hernandez Motorsports cars beside each other. And look at Fitzwater. Fitzwater is trying to use that front bumper. James Shelley leading. Fitzwater using the whole front bumper. Fitzwater driving it down. Getting behind his teammate. Oh, he had to get out of the throttle. James Shelley pulling away from Michael Haas. Cody Lamas is now behind the 24. Man, Luis could get that good arc out of the top of the racetrack. Gets right next to his teammate, Joey Murphy. Here comes Alexander Rowe up in the mix. Haven't seen him or heard about him all week. And it's the 2 Fords versus the 2 Chevrolets. Oh, Scott Roush had to get out of the throttle, and that hurts Zachary Fitzwater when he does it. Fitzwater has to slam on out of the gas as well. Michael Haas running second. Can he get up there and make it, maybe contend for the victory? Luis Hernandez getting pushed from Cody Lamas and Alexander Rowe. Matt Haas starting to make his charge to the front. Hernandez going to the middle groove to block Fitzwater. Oh, man, Scott Roush was way loose. Going back to see about John Gilbert. He's still back at the same spot. Probably doesn't have enough engine to do it. Inside, they're battling. They're side by side. What's crazy is both these guys don't finish in the top 15. The points are going to go basically the way that it's happened. DJ is pushing Luis Hernandez. Fitzwater is ahead of Hernandez with 3 laps to go. Man, Luis is going to have to block because right now it's a point different. Right now it's 2 points as DJ's in between. And if Jeff Bright gets up there, it's 3 points. Will Zachary Fitzwater be the champion? Speaking of somebody up to second, Cody Lamas. Can Cody Lamas sneak up here and get the victory here in Michigan? Fitzwater moving up on the very top of the racetrack. Is it going to be his year this season? We seen Matt Haas make a late charge in the qualifying race. He may be doing it again. White flag is in the air for James Shelley. Who is going to win here today in Michigan? Look at Zachary Fitzwater. Hernandez trying to make a late charge. Oh, man. Look at Fitzwater. He is shoving Matt Haas in his final race, as Matt Haas said he was retiring. Getting a huge run off the final corner. Is it going to be too little, too late? It is. Shelley wins at Michigan. And I'm pretty sure your champion of Season 7 is Zachary Fitzwater. Matt Haas might have been the only car able to pass James Shelley at the end, but Shelley is going to victory lane, and I think Fitzwater's your champion. He's driving around like he is. I believe he is the champion. We're going to go ahead and get the points. There's no need to do the knockout qualifying points, as that was the last race. It was coming down to 2 points. John Gilbert finished 28th. Oh, it wasn't enough. We forgot. Fitzwater was 15 out. He had to win the race to win the championship. He finishes 3 out. John Gilbert is your Season 7 champion. Fitzwater was 15 out at the beginning of the race. He had to win. Luis Hernandez was in the catbird seat to win the championship if he had finished where Fitzwater had finished. So your Season 7 champion, well, he ain't going to be able to do burnouts. That car was totaled. John Gilbert. Wow. I'm quite surprised about that one. Wow. John Gilbert is your champion. As he didn't score any points, but Fitzwater had to win. He was the furthest out, and he finishes 3 points out of the championship. Completely forgot about Fitzwater's deficit until going into the points. Man, I thought he had it. I thought Fitzwater was the champion, and I think that's why he signed back on the dotted line at Roush. James Shelley, I believe, gets his first ever Sportsman victory here. Matt Haas comes home a strong second in what he said was his retirement season. Yep. That's crazy. Crazy turn of events. I don't know what to say, guys. That was an amazing race. We will see you guys for Season 8 of the Season 8 of the Nationwide Sportsman Series. Up next, John Gilbert's going to go do some burnouts, guys, till we meet again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back. I don't know what that was, but we're back. Jimmy frickin' Spencer. We are back as John Gilbert's about to burn them down here at Michigan. Unless he broke every gear in that machine. There he goes. He's going to burn them down as he is the Season 7 champion. You can see all the damage on that Haas Ford. The Haas Monster Energy Ford. It's pretty torn up. The back end's bent off. But he is the Season 7 champion. Has the most all-time wins in ERL history, tied for most in Sportsman. Leads the most in silver. And I guess his boss man told him he might want to get closer to victory lane just in case he blows it up. You can see all the damage that had happened in that crash with his teammate. Zachary Fitzwater walked over to the team after the race and shook their hands, a lot of them. Zachary knows how hard it was. He basically had to win the race to win the championship. As John Gilbert is still burning this Ford engine down. And then he's going to get lined up and they're going to bring his boys into victory lane. And there you are, John Gilbert, your Season 7 champion of Sportsman. We will see you guys in Season 8, which will be pretty soon. Till we meet again, everybody. Congrats on a great season and a beautiful season and all in HD and looking amazing, guys. Till we meet again, peace.